Hello, I'm Trace,
And I'm Sam.
and we're two pirates looking for that booty, and this is From Our Perspective. We're both fine. We don't want to start off the same way.
We're good.
Yeah, we're
Into
good.
the
I'm
segment.
good. Sam's good. We're just going to jump right in. So we're going to start off by talking about the games we've played this week.
That's right.
Who wants to start, me or you?
I mean, you started last time, you greedy boy. So
I'll start again.
No. No, you're cheating.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
What have you been playing?
I haven't played much. I've played Hearts of Iron. We played it together, really.
Yeah. I knew this was coming. I knew it was coming.
He knew it was coming. Hearts of Iron is a strategy game for your personal computer.
Yes.
You can buy it on the Steam store.
And play it on your PC.
That's an abbreviation for personal computer.
Yeah, we're tech wizards.
Pretty much.
It's a World War II strategy game. We decided we wanted a challenge, so we did the most challenging thing ever, probably.
Well, maybe not ever, but
okay, but pretty close, pretty darn close. I played as Canada, and Sam played as Mexico. Mexico. And we decided that we were going to both go communist and try to take over the U.S.
Yeah, it sounds like a solid strategy, right? No, it doesn't. I'm just going to I'm going to cut you off right at the pass.
Hey, you
and say that's not a good idea.
I
did fine. Really somebody else on this podcast didn't do as well.
Yes, our third member, Jimbo. Go ahead, speak for yourself, Jimbo. I'm sorry, I lied to you.
I was hoping you'd just let there be like silence for a few seconds.
I would, but that's not good radio.
But I mean, it's for a joke, right? Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Look, you seem to take problems with my gameplay that night. You had it so much easier.
Well, it wasn't your fault. It was more the game's fault. But
yeah,
still,
Canada,
I can still blame you for it.
No.
Sure I can.
If you would have started,
if I feel like it.
If you would have started as Canada, we probably wouldn't have gotten anywhere as close as we did last time.
Well,
because
I feel like
you're
a
loser.
I feel like you're being a little bit mean.
Maybe I am. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to just. All right, I'll be a little nicer too. You did good with
how I started. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're all apologizing.
I capitulated within less than a year of the war.
Yep.
Even with the aid of communist Mexico and the Soviet Union.
What a strange sentence. I don't think I'd ever uttered that one.
You know what? The funny thing is with the infinite universe theory, that is something that has happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sam was actually doing pretty well, pushing through. He'd taken Los Angeles and most of the southern parts of the United States, and then just got kind of frustrated and was like, "I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm done.
I'm done. I quit." And then I quit, and that's how it ended. It's a fun game, though.
It is.
If you like strategy games, pick it up.
Pick Hearts of Iron.
Definitely wait for a Steam sale though, just because that's.
Because those
what
happen,
you should
and
do.
You get it really cheap.
Yeah, they happen all the time. It's like, oh, it's National Tree Day. Here's 50% off your game.
Hey guys, it's Arbor Day. Get the Arbor Day Steam sale
for these random games.
So I've played, not counting Hearts of Iron because we played that together. I've played like 3 different games this week.
Well, let's pick one so that it doesn't get too crazy.
I'll just talk about each of them.
Are they
a little
similar enough?
No, not at all.
We can. Oh my God, this is going to be a shitstorm.
Well, the one thing I'll bring up because it is games is I went to Dave & Buster's and played at their arcade.
Okay, so are these Dave & Buster games you're going to be talking about?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did want to bring up some of the really, really stupid ones that I saw.
Okay.
The one that stood out the most to me was a fidget spinner game.
Oh, that's kind of dated, huh?
Yeah, it's already dated, and that was only been like a year.
That was like
a
year ago, huh?
Oh, goodness gracious! I just remember cringing the first time I saw it.
It's like somebody touching my spaghetti. The game.
Ooh, wee. I did end up playing it because I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about. I didn't win.
Has the internet just been abuzz with this Dave and Buster's fidget spinner game? Is that like a thing?
No. There was no actual hubbub. I just saw fidget spinner game and I was like, interesting. I'll check it out in a little bit.
Yeah.
There was also there was a lot of Mario games. Like Nintendo, like Mario specifically. Like Nintendo does arcade games and such. There was Mario Kart, Mario Sonic, 20 whatever year Rio Olympics. Was that 2016?
No, I believe it was 20 whatever.
I don't know. And then they had Luigi's Mansion, which I sent you a picture of because it was actually really fun. But so there were those. There was a big Tomb Raider game, a Halo game.
Just all sorts of games, huh? A whole mess of them.
It was really neat.
Geico of games.
Yeah, there was a Geico game. No, I'm kidding. You said Geico, and that reminded me of Geico.
Yeah.
Your goal was to offer 15 minutes or less for 15% or more on car insurance. This week,
is it like a fighting game and you can play as multiple mascots? Like you can be that caveman that was their mascot for a while versus the gecko.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I think I've seen.
So that was Dave and Buster's.
There's been quite a bit of hubbub over that one.
Yeah, the Geico mascot fighting game, where I can only remember 2.
Yeah, it's a small roster, but.
Remember the TV show that they made about the cavemen?
Did they do that?
Oh, you
the
didn't hear about
Geico cavemen, or like just cavemen in general?
No, it's the Geico.
When did that
cavemen.
happen?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to look that up so I can talk a little bit about it.
Well, we're still currently in the we played video game segment.
Who cares? This is important.
I don't think it is actually. Is the thing.
Geico.
Well, I'm just gonna talk while he Googles things. I guess.
Caveman show. No,
he's gonna be completely unable to show me. So
it was called Cavemen.
Cavemen.
It was called Cavemen. It had 6 episodes and it aired on ABC.
I was gonna guess like TBS maybe.
No, I mean it does very much seem like a TBS thing. Oh my God! It had Nick Kroll, famous comedian Nick Kroll. It says the description is based on a series of popular Geico TV commercials. That's all I have to read to you. That's all I have to read to you.
I think so. How about those video games you played?
Okay, so
maybe like one of them.
Okay, I'll talk about the one I've been actually playing. The other one's a joke. So, the other one I've played was Roblox. There's some really great servers on there. You should go check them out. Roblox is free, of course. The one I've seriously been playing, though, is the new Resident Evil 2 game, the remastered.
Oh, yeah.
Which I must say is a pretty good game.
Oh, that's good.
It's very spooky. It can really get you. It gets you on the edge of your seat sometimes.
Is it one of those jumpy ones?
Not usually.
Well, that's good.
Like, it has its moments where it's like something falls specifically, and then I scream like a little girl.
Well, is the something falling accompanied by a loud noise?
Yeah, it's not specifically a jump scare game, but it puts its moments in there.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of like good horror movies do that too, where there is a jump scare, but it's not relying on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. The puzzles are kind of hard. Then again, I'm kind of a simpleton, so
that's what the internet was invented for.
Yeah, I look up the IGN walkthrough and get through it anyway.
That's why IGN made the internet, is for walkthroughs.
That's why Al Gore made the internet. Because he really didn't know how to beat Mario 64.
I was going to say he got stuck in Resident Evil 2.
Oh. But yeah, so that's the game I've been playing. It's really good, though. I recommend it.
Yeah, so we recommend all our games. Especially
even the Dave and Buster and Roblox ones.
Especially the Dave and Buster's one. And you know what else we recommend? Go watch that Caveman TV show.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's not horrible at all.
Really easy to binge.
Yeah, because it's only 6 episodes.
So it was a sitcom on ABC. It probably was 30-minute episodes, 6 of them. That'll be 3 hours of viewing time, but it'll feel like an eternity, probably.
Yeah, you'll want to die afterwards.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our main topic. I'm taking the reins on this one this week, and I've got the craziest, the kookiest award shows and awards in general.
Now they're kooky, but are they zany? Are they wacky? I mean,
some of them are pretty zany, and some of them are pretty wacky.
What about loony?
Nah, I wouldn't say they're loony.
We could be here all day. I'm gonna move
on. We could go on forever.
I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna kick it off with since it's Oscar season.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick it off with film awards, but not the Oscars. I'm gonna kick it off with the Golden Raspberry Awards.
Yes.
You may have heard of these. They're called the Razzies. More commonly, they are. It's on the Wikipedia. It says it is a mock booby prize award in recognition of the worst in film.
Well, that's fun. What's up for nominations this year?
I was gonna get to that. I'll go ahead and jump there because the reason I stumbled across this this idea for a topic was I was like, I wonder what's going to be at the Razzies this year. So worst picture, we have Gotti, that John Travolta movie about the mobster or whatever. It got horrible. It got railed. We have The Happy Time Murders, which was that Melissa McCarthy and Puppet movie.
That looked very funny.
I sense a little sarcasm.
I mean, I'm dripping with sarcasm. I'm a little wet now from all the sarcasm. But I was laying down
we could probably wring you out and get a good pint of sarcasm juice.
Yeah, that's right.
We also have the movie Holmes and Watson, which is legitimately the only movie on this list that I've seen.
How horrible was it?
Oh my God, it was so bad.
Oh God.
It was so bad. It was so unfunny. And for a movie that was set as a period piece, they had a lot of they had too much political humor of today.
How is that even possible?
I don't
How did they do
that? We also have the movie Robin Hood that came out.
Oh yeah.
That looked just horrible.
That looked horrible. That looked so bad.
Oh my God! Did Leonardo DiCaprio produce that movie?
Yee.
Because he didn't star in it.
No, he did not. Maybe he just dropped some money on the street and they picked it up
they
were like, let's credit him.
Thank you, Leo.
He's like, who said that?
They also have the movie Winchester, which is about the Winchester house, which is actually an interesting story.
Yeah, it's an interesting story, but
about a crazy woman.
Probably garbage.
So those are our worst picture runners.
Okay.
So worst actor, we have Johnny Depp, voice only for Sherlock Gnomes as Sherlock Gnomes. There are 2 Sherlock movies this year that I didn't realize.
Oh, what?
Worst actor, Will Ferrell for Holmes and Watson. John Travolta, Gotti as John Gotti.
They're just
we actually have Donald Trump as himself.
What?
Yeah, so there were 2 movies. I know one of them was oh gosh, what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? The guy who made Bowling for Columbine, Michael Moore. So there were 2 movies. One of them made by Michael Moore, and the other one made by someone I have no idea how to pronounce his name. About politics and
this sounds dicey. Let's not stay on this.
No, I was just saying that I was quite surprised when I saw his name on the worst actor list. And we've got Bruce Willis, which doesn't surprise me, because he just phones in every single performance nowadays.
That's true. It's almost like he wants to be just left alone.
It's like I don't know. It seems like he doesn't like acting anymore, but then I would just be kind of confused on why he keeps doing it.
He likes money, Trace.
Ah, yes, yes, that makes sense.
That and he's been gunning for a Razzie.
He really wants one this time. Those are our worst actress. And then the Razzie Redeemer Awards. We also have Melissa McCarthy, nominated for a movie that she's actually being nominated for the Best Actor, or Best Actress, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Which actually looks like an interesting movie that I might check out. We also have Peter Farley in Green Book, which is something I haven't heard about at all this year. We also have the only Tyler Perry for his role in Vice. It would be really funny if they had a Razzie Redeemer Award for Tyler Perry in Medea's Boo a Halloween.
Medea's Boo Halloween 8. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. We also have the Transformers franchise for Bumblebee, which I heard was actually really good.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I didn't take a chance on that though.
I didn't either. I don't think they had anything to do with Michael Bay this time. So,
well, they probably should have sold it on that. Really, they should have been like, and Michael Bay was in another state while we were filming this.
He was in a different country while we made this movie.
We sent him to Italy for like a few months while
we paid him the same we paid our director just to get him to stay in Italy for a couple of months. And then we also have the Sony Pictures Animation Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I did see, and that was a wonderful movie. So yeah, those are some. We also, there's also the worst director, worst supporting actor and actress.
It's as extensive as the Oscars, correct?
Yeah. So it was started in in March 31st, 1988, so we're coming up on the 39th Razzies this year. It started in John J.B. Wilson's living room in Los Angeles to honor the worst film of the 1980 film season.
What was it?
It doesn't say. Let me see.
Why? I want to know what the first Razzie was.
Worst... I'm looking at something that says worst picture of the decade, 1980s.
Worst picture? Like
Mommy
just like
Dearest.
Mommy Dearest.
Came out in 1991. Or 1981, I meant.
Yeah. God, sometimes.
Okay, look. So, the American publicist John J.B. Wilson traditionally held potluck parties in his house in L.A., on the night of the Academy Awards. In 1981, after the 53rd annual Academy Awards he had completed for the evening, Wilson invited... Oh, here it's gonna say, I think. Okay. Wilson invited friends to give random award presentations in his living room. Wilson decided to formalize the event after watching a double feature of Can't Stop the Music and Zondu, I think is how I would pronounce that. He gave them ballots to vote the worst in film. Wilson stood at a podium made of cardboard and a tacky tuxedo with a foam ball attached to a broomstick as a fake microphone, and announced that Can't Stop the Music as the first Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture.
Congratulations.
Let's give a round of applause for Can't Stop the Music. That's probably the most applause that it's ever gotten and ever going to get.
Yes.
The impromptu ceremony was a success, and the following week, a press release about the event released by Wilson... Oh, yeah, he was a publicist. I forgot. Released by Wilson was picked up by a few local newspapers, including a mention in the L.A. Daily News, with the headline, "Take these envelopes, please."
All right, so it started all the way back then.
Yeah, so it started with 36 people who came to the first Golden Razzies.
That's pretty weird that it was like a guy and was it like his friends?
Yeah, he was holding the potluck for the Academy Awards. I mean, a lot of people have Oscar parties, so
I wonder what he brought.
Well, it was his house,
so he probably didn't bring anything. Maybe drinks.
Maybe. Like he had like plates and cups and stuff like that at the very least. The second Golden Raspberry Awards had double the attendance as the first.
Except he didn't invite them. They were just random
they just
people
started
who showed
showing
up at his house.
and he had to fight them off.
And you know what the worst part was?
What?
Didn't bring any food.
Oh my.
Oof. Nothing like that. They're like, I forgot. I didn't have time to make anything.
So the second one had about 6 dozen people. The third one had about 12 dozen people.
And the fourth one had 1 million.
By the fourth Golden Raspberry ceremony, CNN and 2 major wire services covered the event.
With like how many people were there?
It doesn't say. It just says that it was covered by CNN and stuff.
Interesting.
Wilson realized that by scheduling the Golden Raspberry Awards before the Academy Awards, the ceremony would get more press coverage. We finally figured out you couldn't complete the Oscars on Oscar night, but if you went the night before, or you couldn't compete with the Oscars on Oscar night.
Yep.
But if you went the night before,
probably how it's written.
When the press from all over the world are here and they're looking for something to do, it could well catch on, he said to BBC News.
How about that?
So the term the Golden Raspberry comes from the term raspberry is used in the irreverent sense, as in blowing a raspberry.
Yeah,
so
like
making the fart noise with your mouth.
Like that, like I just did.
Yeah.
So not like an actual raspberry.
No. The trophy that
the trophy is shaped like a raspberry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a raspberry on a Super 8mm film.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if it was like a picture of like a mouth doing a raspberry.
Yeah.
Maybe it just constantly makes that noise. It's got like a speaker in the base. That'd be horrible. That'd be the worst.
We've got a couple of interesting things to talk about. Some of the categories. So we have the current categories. They have the worst picture, worst director, actor, actress, supporting actor, actress, screenplay, worst prequel, remake, ripoff, or sequel.
All that's one thing?
Yeah, that's one category.
Interesting.
We also have worst screen combo, and then the Razzie Redeemer Award. Some of the awards that have been retired are the original song, new star, music score, visual effects, screen couple, worst screen ensemble. So that was only in there for 1 year. It went from 2010 to 2010. And the worst screen ensemble. And then there are special categories. Like in 1996, they had the worst written film grossing over $100 million. That went to Twister, the famous tornado movie.
Yeah, where it picks up a cow.
Yeah.
You know that scene? Everybody's seen that scene.
Even if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, even if you don't, like, if you're, like, even babies have seen it. Like, even if fresh out, just born, they've already seen it. That's the first thing you see.
It's the first thing they show you as you come out of the womb.
You know, funnily enough, that's the last thing everyone sees before they die as well.
It's the way it's the way they bring you into this world, and God damn it, it's going to be the way they take you out. We also have the worst movie trends of the year in 1998. So a 58-year-old leading man wooing a 28-year-old leading lady.
Oh, what movie was that?
Some of the it doesn't have it.
Darn it.
Oh, okay. So these are the trends. That was the winner of the year. So the nominees for some of the trends are trailers that give away the film's entire plot, longer movies, shorter plots. Do you remember the THX deafening audio thing?
Yeah.
That was one of them. And then a mega zillion dollar cross-promotional overkill, Armageddon, Godzilla, etc. 2002, we have the most flatulent teenage targeted movie. That one goes to Jackass, the movie. The Razzie nominated So Rotten You Loved It. That was 2017. The winner went to Baywatch, starring Zac Efron and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Well, he's in every movie, so
yeah.
You don't even have to say that it's starring him because he's in it.
Yeah.
Somewhere. You have to look for him.
But he's in there.
He's like in the bushes.
Sometimes he's actually disguised as a rock. But if you look really close,
that's where the name comes from.
You just know that he was painted gray and they didn't like do anything else.
He's like curled up on the ground.
No, he's just standing there. He's like moving and everything, but like most people don't notice him.
You can't tell for some reason.
Yeah. So there's another interesting thing, which is the contradicting awards. So people have been nominated for both a Razzie and an Oscar in the same year.
Really?
But the three people who have done that, like the three actors who have done that, were nominated for a different movie in both award shows.
I thought it was going to be the same performance. I was like, that seems weird.
Well, so there is.
Is there one case of that?
Well, there is, but it's not for like a movie or a actor. It's for the Aerosmith song "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing." For those of you who don't know how that goes, I'm going to give you a dramatic rendition.
Oh God, no.
It goes a little something like this. And I miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing, even when I close my eyes.
Copyright, stop.
Copyright, yeah, I'm going to stop it right there.
You make me sick. I hate you.
So that was part of the original soundtrack to the 1998 film Armageddon. It was nominated... I'm sorry.
Get yourself together. You're presenting the topic.
It was nominated for both an Academy Award for Best Original Song and a Golden Raspberry Award for the Worst Original Song. So yeah,
that's the Razzies.
So there's,
right?
There's a couple of, There have been people who have come in to accept their awards at the Razzies.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? I'd be like there in fourth.
If I ever get nominated for a Razzie, you know that I'm gonna be there.
You know what I would do? I would show up, but I'd be wearing those like Groucho Marx glasses. I'd be like, he's not here to accept the award, but I'll accept it on his behalf.
So I'm gonna talk about
Bam Sorters, and
I'm
his good friend.
You can't prove that I'm Sam because we've never been on the same team at the same time. So here are some people who have come in and accepted the awards. Yeah. It's also showing people who have talked about their awards like after the fact.
Forget about them. What a bunch of losers.
Yeah. So Paul Verhoeven, Worst Director and Worst Picture for the movie Showgirls. He did actually come and accept his award in 1996.
That's amazing.
He actually got 2 standing ovations after he told them that he was driven out of the Netherlands for being sick, perverted, and disgusting. He said he was glad to come. He was glad he came to the U.S. and won an award for this work. We also have the famous Tom Green, who got a lot of awards in 2002 for the movie Freddy Got Fingered.
I don't know who actor. This is. Why do you said the famous, and I was like, who?
You've never heard of the movie Freddy Got Fingered?
No, I haven't.
Oh, don't watch it. So he got nominated in 2002 for Worst Actor, Worst Director, Worst Picture, Worst Screen Couple, and Worst Screenplay.
Oof. Oofa doofa.
Tom Green's 2001 film Freddy Got Fingered won in 5 categories at the 22nd Golden Raspberry Awards.
Yikes! Yeah, I think by law you have to show up and accept it if you win 5.
Yeah, if you don't, they're gonna come and kill you.
Yeah.
But he attended the awards in person and brought with him a cheap red carpet, which he unrolled as he entered the theater where the awards are being presented.
That's pretty good.
He said, "I'd just like to say to all the other nominees in the audience, I don't think that I deserve it any more than the rest of you. I'd like to say that. I don't think it would be true, though." He had been dragged. He had to be dragged off the stage while accepting one of the awards because he would not stop playing the harmonica. We got Halle Berry and Michael Ferris for their movie Catwoman. Halle Berry as worst actress and Michael Ferris as worst screenplay. She showed up, and
I think I remember that. Well, not personally. I didn't watch. I feel like I remember that. Somebody telling me that.
I mean, it was 2005, so.
Yeah, I don't think I was. I was like 9, Trace.
I don't know. So she showed up in person to get her award. We also have Sandra Bullock, worst actress and worst screen couple for the movie All About Steve.
All About Steve. Which one is that?
I remember I watched it.
Is that
but
the
I don't
one
remember
with
anything
Ryan
else.
Reynolds?
I think so. Let me see real quick.
And Betty White.
It had what? No, it's Bradley Cooper.
Oh, okay. So that's a different one.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's that other gentleman next to her? But yeah, so she came in and actually accepted her Razzie for that. And an honorable mention, we have Dwayne Johnson for the movie Baywatch. He didn't actually attend the Razzies.
He was there. You just didn't see him.
Yeah, you didn't see him. No, but he did post a video on Twitter saying that he humbly accepts the award. Because he was just so stealthy that no one noticed that he didn't actually go and grab the award.
He had to say it afterwards because nobody noticed.
Yeah, he said, I humbly accept this award that I was there to receive.
I was there, and I did receive it. I gave a speech, and nobody saw me. Anyways.
Oh, okay. So this list, I didn't realize, this list is a group of people who have all accepted their award. It just depends on if they were actually there at the ceremony or not. Okay.
So all that was for nothing.
Well, no, those are the people who are the better ones of all of these people.
Yeah. Well, the one guy did show up. The Freddy Got Fingered guy.
Yeah. And he showed up hard.
Yeah, he showed up in force. With a harmonica and a red carpet.
And nothing else. Not even clothes.
No clothes. He was naked.
So that's the Razzies.
Well, The Rock was there that year, too.
Yeah, but he also wasn't wearing clothes.
He was painted gray. Anyways.
Okay, so that's the Razzies. Those are the ones I'm excited for this year. That's an actual award ceremony. I'm gonna jump over to some just regular awards, like nothing, no like annual award shows or anything.
Okay.
We have the Darwin Awards. Have you heard about this at all?
I have not. What is this?
So it's honoring Charles Darwin. Okay. We commemorate those who improve our gene pool by removing themselves from it in the most spectacular way possible.
What?
Yeah.
What is this about?
This is about people who die in a horrible way that just shows you how stupid they are.
Oh, no. This is kind of tragic, isn't it?
It's kind of funny, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are people who are just so stupid that they ended up dying, so they don't deserve to be on the earth anymore.
Whoa.
Hey.
Damn.
I'm going to be talking about 2018 specifically.
All right, because
these have been going on since 1994.
Wow.
So we have this one's called Fumble Tumble. The 18th of December, 2018, Maryland.
Why does the award sound like some sort of like Super Mario level?
Well, it's not really. The people get an award, and on the Darwin website,
Tumble Galaxy.
They give them like a cute name that kind of says how they passed,
like an introduction to AFV. If it was like they didn't die though.
Yeah. And welcome to this week's America's Funniest Home Videos. We're going to be watching Fumble Tumble.
Mr. Bergeron comes out and intros it.
So, this is the little article for it. Like a plot out of a Sherlock Holmes. God, this is a Sherlock-centric episode.
Sherlock and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson everywhere. He's on this podcast right now.
We just don't notice him. I go to edit and I just continuously hear him comment while we're saying things.
We didn't know. That would be really, really weird.
Like a plot out of Sherlock Holmes, officials found a dead body mysteriously crumpled at the bottom of an up escalator at an Amtrak station at the New Carrollton stop at 2 a.m. Perplexed with no eccentric fictional detective to call, officials did the next best thing. They watched the CCTV cameras.
Oh, God.
The footage showed a man running up the down escalator shortly after midnight. When he reached the top, no doubt out of breath, he lost his balance and tumbled backwards, falling all the way down the moving stairs and hitting his head smartly at the bottom. The Darwin Award editors love to run up the down escalator. Even more fun is running down the up escalator. Remember when Mom told you to stop horsing around on the escalators? Well, you do now.
Okay, how old? I mean, the question is, how old was this guy?
I would imagine. I mean, it doesn't say. I would imagine they wouldn't make fun of.
If he's like a teenager or something, that's just sad. But if he's like 40, it's also sad, but in a different way.
I don't think they include age just so you... I don't know. It doesn't say how old he is. Yeah, let's move on. Let's not think about the sad part of it.
Yeah, and think about how funny it is that a guy died on an escalator from running up it.
So this one's nuts. This one's called Whacky Welder. It happened just 2 days before my birthday this year.
It could have been you.
In New Zealand.
Never mind.
Sometimes the fastest method results in the deadliest outcome. The tale of Howard Miller, 39, professional welder and Darwin Award winner, illustrates the pitfalls of ignoring high school chemistry with a time-saving invention. Always helpful, Miller spent his last moments helping a friend weld an exhaust pipe onto a classic Holden Kingswood sedan. He arrived at the garage shed with an experimental welding kit, an LPG bottle, similar to a propane tank, in which he had mixed both components that make up oxyacetylene welding gas. It's just what they use to weld. Mm-hmm. Now, the last detail should send a shiver down any welder's spine. Professional welders know that these components are kept in separate tanks because when combined, they burn hot enough to cut metal.
Because, I mean, we're all welders, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't... Babies know how to weld.
I mean, the second thing they show you how to do is weld.
They show you that scene from Twister, and then they show you how to weld.
Yeah. A tank of that mixed components plus no flow regulator equals an accident waiting to happen. Like a scene from Breaking Bad, Mr. Miller had unwittingly constructed a lethal explosive. Once Miller unveiled his jerry-rigged device, his friend recognized this dangerous equation and repeatedly warned him that this was crazy. Okay, so here's something that I should mention about a Darwin Award. It is only given to someone who stupidly takes themselves out of the gene pool. They can't hurt anyone else.
Okay.
So it's just the if his friend were to have died, also he couldn't have got the Darwin Award.
Oh, so it's got to be precise.
Yeah. So he let his friend hightailed it out of the shed while Miller, undeterred by a bit of panic, attached a torch head straight onto the bottle and lit the welding tip.
And it exploded, right? And killed him.
The flame crept back into the bottle, and the inevitable explosion flattened the shed, which also contained about 20 liters of paint thinner and gasoline.
Oh my goodness.
The force of the explosion was so intense it shattered the windows of neighboring properties.
Whoa.
Needless to say, the friend is in need of a new car. The deceased winner, a gentle and generous man, would surely be grateful to know that no one else was hurt in the fracas. And as a consolation prize, his tragic experiment will benefit others by demonstrating the potential consequences of skipping chemistry class.
That's a roasted kiwi.
We've got, this one's called the Booze Cruise Loser.
Okay.
This is the 8th of September. Also around my birthday.
I guess it's like a stupid vortex, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was born and everyone like a couple days before and after was like, duh.
Let's mix welding materials together.
Okay. An evening booze cruise in Boston Harbor led to the death of a 21-year-old man who was performing handstands on the... Out. Huh?
You said they left age out.
I guess they did on that first one.
He's 21. He's an idiot.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's 21. That means he's an idiot.
He's an adult. Who it led to the death of this man who was performing handstands on the railing of the ferry.
Okay. Never mind. He's extra stupid.
Yeah, he's really dumb. Ordered to stand down from the rail by the crew. Acrobatic Aaron DeBella snuck back up as soon as the crew turned their back. He was performing a maneuver.
Let me just get the picture. There's a guy, and he's doing handstands on the rail of a ferry.
Yeah. And
the crew comes over and goes, "Hey, can you not do that? You're going to die.
You might die."
He's like, "Up yours, man."
He goes, okay, I'll get down.
All right.
And then they turn, they're like, "Oh, okay, good. That was a close call." And then they turn around to leave, and he does it again.
He's already up in the
air. He was performing a maneuver described as a type of vertical push-up when his hands faltered and he toppled overboard into Boston Harbor. Perhaps he could not swim. The crew snapped into action, focused a spotlight on Aaron, tossed him a life preserver, leapt into the harbor, and swam to within 5 feet of the booze cruiser. But sadly, he sank before they could snag him. Coast Guard spokesman Nicole Grohl said, "We launched all of our assets upon receiving the report of a person overboard, but to little avail. His body was found by divers 3 hours later. Young men feel immortal. They show off their physical prowess with rousing confidence. Unfortunately, their human mortality is all too real. Maybe this be a caution to others to rein in their confidence that leads to catastrophe."
Or how about it teaches you to learn how to swim?
Yeah, everyone should know how to swim,
especially if you're going to do handstands on a ferry.
Yeah. All right, so we'll talk about one more segment that we got. We got the Pegasus Awards. It's the name of an annual tongue-in-cheek award presented by...
Hold on.
Yes?
Pegasus?
Pegasus. In regards to the saying, when pigs fly.
Ah.
It's presented by noted skeptic James Randi. The award seeks to expose paranormal and psychic frauds.
I'm so glad that they're finally recognizing Randy. Or James, I should say. Because, everybody knows him.
Yeah.
Who?
And he's he's noted skeptic.
Yeah.
He usually makes his announcements of the awards from the previous year on April 1st. So it was...
It seems like a bad day to hold, anything.
Yeah, because everyone
then they'll
seems...
just say, "Oh, it's just a joke." Well, it is a joke, but...
Yeah, so there are 5 categories.
Did you just say there's 5 cows?
There are 5 cows. I meant to say categories. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Refusal to face reality, performer, media, funding, and scientist. I'm going to stick to the performer one.
Let's hear that.
So 1999, he awarded Nostradamus, the one, the only. So that was strange. It doesn't say why, it just says Nostradamus.
He just said the name Nostradamus.
Yeah, he just said it. 2008, Jenny McCarthy for being a spokesperson for the anti-vax movement. And then we also have Tamara Rand, a professional psychic who claims she had predicted the assassination attempt on President Ronald Reagan months before the incident, when she actually did it the day after the event.
Did you know that Ronald Reagan's going to get shot? And they're like,
that happened.
He just got shot. And she's like, oh... You didn't hear this from me. I was not complicit in that at all.
I didn't say it. I didn't say
that. And then 20 years later, she was like, I predicted it.
Yeah, I did it.
I did that. I didn't shoot him.
We got some... I promise. We also... we'll jump over to funding. So in 1981, we got the Pentagon for spending $6 million to determine whether or not burning a photograph of the Soviet missile would destroy the missile.
What? That's got to be
apparently that's a thing that happened.
There's no way that happened. If that actually happened, I give up on life in general.
That had to have happened.
It's only episode 3, and I'm already giving up on life.
And then I'll do one more. Category 5, refusal to face reality. We have, in 2009, he awarded Scientologists, everyone's favorite group of completely legitimate religion. But yeah. So that's the Pegasus Awards. So I'm going to kick it over to you so we can start wrapping this thing up.
Here we go.
Here we go, yo.
Today in history, something happened. Believe it or not.
The Rock was discovered.
Nope. It's
200 years ago.
It's a little bit before his time.
Oh.
74 years ago, the Yalta Conference ended.
Okay.
With the signing of the Yalta Agreement by FDR, Churchill, and Stalin.
Daddy Stalin.
So they all met in Yalta, Crimea,
to
basically determine how they were going to break up Nazi Germany.
Which really just didn't work for anyone.
They were basically cutting up the Christmas ham.
Yeah, cutting up that pie before it was.
Stalin was like, "This half of Europe is mine," and he also agreed to let them have democratic elections.
And then he went back on it.
That did not happen.
Not at all.
And then
really stand-up guy, Joseph Stalin.
Yeah, the United States got part of Western Germany.
Mm-hmm. They split Germany right down the middle.
Yeah, and if it was like a pie chart, if you looked at it like that, half of it was Russian or Soviet Union.
Half of it was red and half of it was blue.
Well, various shades of blue, because the United States had part of it, and then part of it was British controlled, and even a little bit of it was French controlled.
Because the French did so much for us.
Basically NATO.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really interesting. The whole
fun fact, this picture of him at the Yalta Conference, FDR, he looks a lot like the bad guy from Up if he didn't have a mustache.
Oh, Charles Muntz?
Yeah, he looks a lot like Charles Muntz. I'm just looking at him, and he looks a lot like him. Then Stalin looks like an angry Mario. If
Charles Muntz had polio.
Oh, man.
Oof. Oofa-doofa.
A little too soon.
His body's still warm.
You gotta at least wait till 80 years after.
Stalin just kind of always... Well, actually, I was about to say Stalin always looked like Angry Mario, but when he was young, he was handsome.
Handsome guy, huh?
He was.
And Churchill's there, too, I should say, in this picture.
I mean,
and he's looking just like Churchill does.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Churchill had wit, not looks.
No, he looks fine. He's got a cigar, obviously.
Yeah, it's Churchill.
One lie about the Yalta Conference. Hitler was there, too.
Okay, I'll go. Did they have his dead body or what?
No, he was there.
Oh, he was.
He was very okay with all of it too. He was very civil. He was like, "Yeah, this is great. I love you guys chopping up my country."
Okay, I guess I'll give one line. My favorite part of the Yalta Conference was when Tom Green showed up and they had to forcibly remove him off stage because he was playing the harmonica too hard.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah, I remember watching the Yalta Conference on TV.
That's another lie. That's a little extra one.
A little extra lie for you folks in the back.
And now moving on from the historical event of today, we're going to go into a special segment.
Sam's Holiday Corner.
That's right. Today is February 11th.
Yes, it is.
It's also, little known fact, National Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day.
Oof. Oofa doofa.
Yeah, that's apparently a holiday.
Alrighty.
I guess you just here's how you celebrate it. You take your milk, you pour it on the floor, and you try not to cry.
Well, okay.
You try to go the whole day without crying.
If you pour the milk, is that poured milk or spilt milk?
That's true.
So you have to sit it on the counter and then accidentally knock it over.
No, you have to put like 30 glasses of milk around your house, and eventually one of them will get knocked off.
One of them will spill.
And here's the key. You can't cry about it.
You can't cry. Do not cry over your
If you
spilt
cry
milk.
about it, Satan will take you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a scary holiday. I gotta tell you, it's like if Passover had milk. I know that Satan didn't take people at Passover. It was the angel.
Yeah,
of
I don't think anyone gets taken by Satan on the Passover.
Whatever.
Seder.
It's a lot like that.
It's a lot like that.
It's a lot like that. If you think about it,
it's a lot like the Passover. All right. Well, I think
this has been our stupid podcast.
I think that's gonna do it for us. I don't think we can continue anymore legally.
Yeah, I think we have to stop after that.
We're gonna be hunted down by
Satan,
by Satan and a lot of other people that we've angered this episode. But yeah, so we're gonna end it there. This has been From Our Perspective. If you'd like to check us out a little bit more, we're of course on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. If you'd like, you could leave us a review on iTunes, 5 stars if you like it. Or you could just subscribe and listen to it every Monday. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On Instagram and Twitter as FOP_pod, and on Facebook as Large Lads. And of course, there's also the YouTube channel that we also posted on for you all, and that's also under Large Lads, and those will probably start coming out the day after. So, we'll be posting the audio on iTunes and Spotify on Monday and the video form on Tuesday. We will see you next week. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.